All right, sweet. You've gotten done with the first video. Okay, so for this tool, we are going to explore further the spot healing brush and see how it can be used to correct skin blemishes and things like that. So as always, I'm going to duplicate my layer, Command J, and I'm going to rename it. We're going to call her, I don't know, she looks like a girl I roomed with in grad school named Becca. Okay, so I've got my tool right over here. And remember, I can control the sizing with my brackets. Left bracket makes it smaller, right makes it bigger. And I'm just going to try to get that brush size to be just about the same size as my blemish. And it did a beautiful job of removing that. And I can zoom in and just continue to resize my brush and just hit each spot one by one. Now, it's working so great right now, but as I start to get into some of these details where there's some redness and I'm duplicating redness or blending redness, it might start to look a little patchy. And you might not notice it until you zoom all the way out. So, let me continue on with this and I'll show you what I'm talking about in one moment. And you can get as fine-tuned as you want. I will say that I find some commercial editing to be quite unethical and dangerous for self-esteem because we are humans and we are not supposed to have stark, flawless skin. It's just not it. But for the purposes of this demo, we're going to try to make her look as, quote, blemish-free as possible. Okay, great. So I've gotten just about all of my major pimples off. Now I'm going to deal with some of this redness here. I'm going to use that same tool, size it up a little bit, and start to make these selections. Now, if I zoom out, it's not too bad, but you can see that little splotch right there where it's like, something's not right. So let me go to my healing brush tool. And again, this is the one that gathers samples from that plus sign as you move it. Now, another cool thing, if you notice, this is blue. Why is it blue? It's blue from the last tutorial that we did. This healing brush is super cool because it will carry your sample in between tabs. So if I wanted to, I could, let's put this on her eye. Ha 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 ha. Jokes. Okay, so I'm going to resample, and I'm first going to make this much, much smaller. And I'm going to resample by holding down my Alt or Option key, selecting which area it is I think looks the best or would blend the best with where I'm going to start. And I'm just going to lightly start painting. And you need to find a technique that works for you. I found that for this image in particular, using an upward motion to paint the face works the best. Yeah, that one. See, when you start to do it too much, you lose some of that texture that really keeps the skin looking skin-like. If I zoom all the way out, I'm getting a feel for what I'm talking about here. It kind of looks like there's a shadow on her face. So be careful where you're going and just kind of paint upwards. I want you to play around with it and see what works best for you. They're not all going to be the same, and it might not be perfect. We're just getting familiar with the tools. And I'm just going to continue working around this image, zooming in and out as I need to. So you can go ahead and pause this and get going. And I'm gonna keep working on this until I find it to be what I want it to be. And once I think it's acceptable, we will move on. I don't mind it. It's still pretty splotchy, but it might be the best thing we got for now. Now let's see what happens if I toggle back over to my spot healing brush and then make it a little bit bigger. Is this something we want to do? We'll find out. See that? If I undo it, yep, immediately like put this giant spot. Now that didn't do too bad. Yeah, that didn't do too bad. Let's try this. Don't like that one. All right, so I think we're in an okay spot. Let's do a comparison. If I turn this off, boom, and boom, boom, boom. Not too bad. Is it professional grade quality? Would I submit this to my client? No, I would not. But it is pretty good for what we are doing right now. And so, there you have it. See you in the next video.